Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today we've got a pretty muted kind of set. So I've got two colours here today, both from Madam Glam. One is called All Natural, one's Love's Veil. And they're both pretty muted pinky shades, although that light one, although it looks pink at the top, it's actually a bit more orangey, like a bit of like a peachy shade. And we also have a white from Nails. And that's about it today, actually. I'm not too sure how I'm going to title today's video, so I'm voicing it before deciding what I'm going to title it. I just don't really know how to name the set. It's kind of giving me vintage colours. Once you matte top coat them, they're kind of a bit muted, not so much in your face. It's a bit of a subtler set. We're going to do a nail that's going to be full on heart. We've got one nail that's got flames on it. We've got some glitter, some stripes. It's kind of all over the place, but at the same time, kind of works together. You're going to have to let me know what you think of this set. It's a bit different to what I usually do on my channel. I feel like usually my sets are pretty crazy looking, a bit wild, so much going on. Every nail's got loads and loads going on. And today it's a bit more subtler. We've got two nails that repeat themselves, which is actually this one here. So the bottom part of the nail is got that peachy shade and then pink at the top. And then you want to flip it around on the other nails. So you've got your pink at the bottom, peachy at the top. Don't worry about getting the two colours too close to each other, nor getting the line very straight. We're actually going to cover up where the two colours meet with some glitter in a moment. So here are the nails all done. Stunning colours. I really like them. Now it's time to apply a base coat, and here's the glitter. So it's a stunning mix. This one is from Larissa. I will have a link in the description for you guys to check them out. I believe my link saves you guys some sort of a percentage or an amount off your order. They're super affordable in the first place anyway, so getting a discount on top of that is actually pretty good. So I'm going to apply base coat across the whole nail, and then using an ombre brush, I'm just going to tap into that base coat just to get it tacky and wet, so it's easier for me to pick up the glitter. And now I'm just tapping into the glitter and then placing it in the middle where the two colours meet. You don't want too much glitter, just enough to cover it, and maybe a little bit more, maybe more of the finer glitter, just to give it a bit more of a look, kind of spread it a little bit more down. And then that's what you want to do on that one. And then you want to pop it into the lamp. So this glitter is really nice because it's got a mix of almost like a rose gold kind of glitter hex, along with some matte white glitters as well. It's really stunning, and it literally does exactly what I needed to do. I needed to have a couple of chunky glitters and then a couple of fine glitters, which is exactly what it's got in there, so it's perfect. So I kind of decided to pick out gel polishes that match up with that glitter the most, which I'm not too sure if it was a mistake or not. You will know if you're a regular on my channel. I love bright, vibrant, in-your-face, crazy sets. I want every nail to have a bunch of glitter and crystals, and that's just my personal preference when it comes to nail art. I just love loads going on, and today's set is definitely not that. It just feels very subtle to me. But I still think it's really cute, and it would look so cute on like a press-on nail set. So if you guys are into press-ons and you make press-ons, or you sell them, or just make them for yourself, definitely give this one a go. I feel like this one would look so cute on a press-on nail set. Or even if you're not into the colours that I picked out today, even if you kind of switch out the colours into a bit more brighter colours, or, you know, completely changing the shade to a blue or a green, I think it would look so cool on your nails. And it's a set that you can wear literally all year round, which is fun. So now that that's done on both nails, it's gone into the lamp. Now we're going to attempt a flame. So flames are pretty new to me. I were usually just trying to avoid these for the longest time ever because I could just never do it. And recently I just decided to bite the bullet, start practicing. At first they're gonna look a bit funky and weird and nowhere near the perfect flame that everybody does, but over time, just like with anything, practice is key, and eventually it's gonna work out. So you know, the flame isn't the best, but it's enough where you can see it's a flame, so that's great. That's already a success in my eyes. And then hopefully one day I'm going to make it look super effortless and amazing. Like same with French tips. French tips used to be such a pain to me. I used to avoid them at all costs as well, and now they're basically second nature. I almost do them, almost feels like almost every set, to be honest, but today's we don't have any French tip. But yeah, it's just practice makes perfect. It really is. The first, you know, the start is always the most painful, the hardest, and it feels like you really want to give up, like you'll never be good at what you're trying to achieve. But trust me, just keep going, keep watching videos, keep trying different techniques. Even with a French tip, there's so many millions of techniques of how to approach it that you are just bound to find a technique or a method to make it work for you. Same with ombres. There's also different methods: a sponge, your ombre brushes, using acrylic to help you with the ombre blend. And yeah, there's just all sorts of different methods. So keep going, guys. Never give up. So the flame's gone into the lamp. Now we're working on our next nail. So this next nail is going to be stripy. So we went in with the pink. Now I'm going in with the white. And then we will leave it there. So the right hand side will almost basically have like a peachy line, even though we never actually had to draw it because it was already in the background. And then that will go into the lamp. After that, I do have these hearts that are a little bit purple. Oh, is it heart? No, it's butterflies. It's a little bit purple, but when you matte top coat them, you can't tell it as much. I couldn't find any kind of glittery shapes that are similar to the pink that I used, so I went with what I got that was the closest. If you wanted to, you don't have to use butterflies, you could use hearts or any other kind of shapes or flowers if you've got them, just anything that kind of matches up with the colors that you're using. And for the flame nail, I'm going to pop 3 butterflies at the top, and I'm using the base coat to get that in place, and then pop it into the lamp once you're happy and you've got your butterflies as straight as you possibly can. Then we'll have one more nail, which is the stripy nail. And on the left hand side, we left quite a big chunk of that peachy shade empty. And that was in mind because we're going to place some of those butterflies there too. So now I'm going to place one closer to the edge, the other one not so much, and so on. You'll see in just a second after I get rid of that little fluff. And you'll notice that a couple of the butterflies do stick out of the nail. As we go down the nail, of course, it gets a bit more narrower and there's not as much space. And that's absolutely fine because I don't think I possibly have not included the footage, but it sticks out and it's fine. Once you cure it in place, apply another layer of base coat just to really secure that in there and so that it's not bumpy. After that's done, grab yourself some scissors and just cut around the edge of the nail any excess butterfly that's sticking out. Get rid of it, cut it, trim it, and you're good to go basically. If you wanted to trim it before doing this nail because you know roughly where to cut it, then do that absolutely. It'll probably just make your life easier. But I wasn't too sure of how much to trim because as you can see it gets really narrow near the bottom. So I thought let me place it down, cure it into place and then we'll cut it. So now the most probably busiest and hardest nail that we could do today. So this nail has a white background and we're going in with the pink and we're starting off with a fairly big heart in the center. And I'm doing the 2 dot method, so placed 2 dots somewhat close to each other. And then we're just connecting the dots to make a heart. So here it is. Now we're going in with the peach and we're going to do an outline of the heart. So it's very time consuming, quite long and a little bit difficult. I have to admit, it wasn't my favorite to do. It felt a bit, repetitive and a bit long. I do love the final results though. I again wish I used brighter colors because I feel like I would have loved it even more if I did. But it's definitely a rewarding nail. Like the final results are always just so worth it. Alternatively, if you don't want to do it all by hand, you've got clients back to back, you don't have time to do these kind of designs, get yourself some stamping plates, get into stamping, and you will thank me later. They literally take seconds to do stamping, and this kind of nail, literally I've got a couple of stamping plates that's got exactly that going on, and I could have basically done this design within seconds rather than, I felt like 20 minutes doing this nail, to be honest, because I was curing in between each layer. I was a bit too worried that I'm going to smudge it or anything. Now here I'm going back in with the pink because I wanted it to have 3 layers. So I want it to be pink, peach, white. So here I'm having to envision where the white would have been and pretend like I'm outlining the white, which was an even bigger struggle, to be honest with you. But we made it work somehow, somewhere. Obviously there's a lot of trims and cuts because it just took so long. So I'm kind of trying to show you guys the main bits and bobs that you got to do. The more of the heart you do, it gets much easier because as you can see here, I just have to do a triangle now. I don't have to do the actual whole shape of the heart. Same with at the top, I just have to do like this very loose M shape, and just color it in and keep doing that kind of stuff. So it gets a bit easier as you go along. And then that will somewhat conclude the video, to be honest. This is the last nail that we've got to do to complete the design. Once I'm happy and everything's sorted, we will go ahead and apply a top coat. So it will be a matte top coat on the nails, and then job done. Again, if you do this in a bright color, or if you do this set in any color, please tag me because I think it's so beautiful. And it's just not my kind of colors today. Really isn't. But I think it was still a really pretty design. And I know that not everybody on my channel likes bright colors like me. And I have to understand that. And I know it's just painful for me. Very painful. Although right now they look pretty. Maybe I should have done them glossy. I feel like the matte just really muted them down. They're giving me kind of like vintagey colors. I don't know if that's the appropriate word to use for it. I'm not too sure. But here's me applying the top coat right now, the matte top coat from Madam Glam. It's the velvet matte top coat, the best top coat in the world. I'll have a link in the description for you guys if you wanted to shop with Madam Glam today. Then pop these beautiful bad boys into the lamp. I'll show you guys the final results in any second. And that'll be that for today. Just a real quick one. All right, it's going into the lamp, and here are the final results. As you can see, they're so much more muted and it's got such a different look to them. So I hope you guys liked the video. If you did, please don't forget to like, comment and subscribe, and I would love to see you all in my next video. Bye guys.